Okay, now I want to show you a very interesting thing I've been doing for years. This is like a oven roaster pot. The handles can take, tremendous heat. They won't destroy themselves. You can see the by the wear on the bottom there. I've been using it for a long time. And this is the deepest strainer that I could find. Where I placed that on the inside of this, like that. I basically put about maybe 8 to 9 cups of water in here. Bring it to a boil. Then prepare my meats, season it, or whatever. If I'm going to steam it on top of the stove, I will prepare the meat, season it, marinate it, whatever. Then I place the meat in this basket. Once the water is boiling first, then I turn the flame down to low. And then I put the meat in there. Now, I got 2 types of lids. I got this lid. I like this lid if the meat is not too tall. If the meat is like under this level, I use this lid. It's got like a little steam release. Keep the pot from boiling over or whatever. And you're basically steaming your meat. And then this is another lid that actually came with this particular pot. It fits over here like this. It's just a little bit deeper, a little bit taller. And it makes a little bit of noise and everything, which irritates me. But it works. And it's like if you're going to steam some ribs, or you're going to steam some pork chops, or you're going to steam any kind of meat, and you want it to be moist and you want it to be tender, you bring that flame down. Once you get the water boiling, you bring that flame down to low. Now, you got to have a whole lot of patience using this thing, a lot of patience, because you want to steam your meat on low for at least 3 hours. I said it, 3 hours. And your meat would be so moist and flavorful. If you got bones in the meat, the bones are going to fall out of the meat. And you have to use a spatula to handle the meat. If you use anything else, the meat's going to fall apart because it's going to be too tender. So tender. I got one of these kind of spatulas I use. So I pick the meat up. If I got the meat inside of here, I pick the meat up with this spatula to keep it together whole. Then I have to transfer it to a pan or something. If I want to like get a crispy outside, I transfer it into the oven at 375 temperature, and just kind of like, sear it, like get a little crispiness on the outside layer, but the meat is still hold its moisture and everything. Do that kind of like quickly. You don't take too long doing that, because you take too long doing that, you dry the meat out completely. But this is really cool. Now, you can also use this in the oven. You can season your meat. You can flour your meat. You can put it in here. But when you're putting it in the oven temperature, it's got to be 400 degrees or better. And you don't put no water inside here. None. Zero. And you just put the meat in there. It'll drain all that fat off. Fat will go right down to the bottom of the pan. Now, once everything's done, you'll be able to look at the fat. Now, you ain't got to add no oils, no nothing, because the meat itself got enough oil in it already. We got a thing called fatty tissue, and the animals do too. So, that's right there. A lid like that, into the oven, 400 degrees, no water. Make you a fantastic piece of meat, just the same. But if you want something tender and moist, you want to add 8 to 9 cups of water in here. Put it on top of the stove. Bring the water to a boil first. Then once the water's boiling, turn it to low. Turn temperature to the lowest temperature. Put your meat in the drain pan. I can't even grab this thing now. Let me see if I can grab it. Put your meat in here. And then place this in here on top. Okay, now your water's boiling. You got it on low. Now you got your meat and everything in here arranged. You put your meat in here like that. You can use this lid. You can use this lid. And you will get the moistest, tenderest piece of flavorful meat you can ever imagine. Now, just try it. See if you can find one of these things. I think they call these thing oven roasting pan. Or some people might say oven roasting pot. But if you can find one, and it's got this in it, nice and deep. If you found one that's deeper than this, that's great. And a taller one, if you can too. It don't have to be exactly like the one I got, but this is just giving you an idea what you're looking for. If you can get a bigger one and a deeper one of these, that'd be even better. But you got to look for it. You got to find it. You got to search. Walmart, Target, anywhere where they sell cooking utensils. I try to get one that's not too expensive. But this type of pot, it's going to cost you a little penny. Try to keep it in your affordable, affordable range, something that you can afford. But you get many years of using this, and you can save yourself from getting like super, super fat. Because you will get fat with all that grease. So when you see all the grease that's in the bottom of this pan from any meat that you're cooking, that's fat that's not going inside your body. And that fat is the hardest thing to lose when you get it inside your body. It's the hardest because it just stays there. It don't never go nowhere. It be there for 6 and 7 years sometimes. It's crazy how that fat just hang in there with you. It don't never leave. And then you go do all the exercise in the world. Oh yeah, you can burn it up, but who want to do 1,000 sit-ups and 1,000 push-ups? Who? Nobody. So what you do is you don't put the stuff in your body in the first place. So you do a basic workout and everything's fit and trim. Everybody's looking at you, admiring your body and all this other stuff. But this is the method. This is the key method, controlling your fat consumption. Now, there's other things you have to do on the diet. I'm not going to go into that because it's taking too long for this video. But this is one method of cutting the fat out of your meat. If you're a carnivore like I am, you want some meat. And even with chicken, it's perfect for chicken because chicken got a lot of fat. And it takes that fat right out of that chicken. And when you see the bottom of this pan and you see how much grease and oil is in the bottom of this pan, just from a naked piece of chicken that you done season or you done flour it or whatever you want to do, and you see the oil that gathers on the bottom of this pan, you're going to be saying, wow. And then that's the fat that would be in your body. If you like deep fried something, so you actually get the fat that's on the chicken, then you get the fat from the oil also, which is more fat. And then you're wondering why you're gaining all this weight, you're getting all big, and you're doing everything you think. But the key is, don't put it in your body in the first place. And like me, I'm a chef. This is Chef Valander Hendrix speaking too, by the way. I'm not showing my face today, but I'm Chef Valander Hendrix. I'm on the YouTube. I'm on the Facebook. I'm on a whole bunch of little media things. And this is my method of cutting the fat. Now, when I've been doing this for years, though. But sometimes I get laxed and I go and get the fried crap. Oh, man, don't I? But when you finally realize you want to get down and really reduce your waist size and everything else, I was up to like a 46-inch waist. I got down finally to a 38-inch waist. I'm still working. I'm still a work in progress. But this helps me a whole lot. And then me being a chef, I can flavor the meat any way and every way I want to and make it taste very tasty to me. And a lot of other people like it too. I have people that love my food as well as my baking. And they say, "Ooh, this is great, man. Can you do this?" I do like a slab of ribs or something in this thing. I cut it up by the bone and I put it in there. I season the marinade, the ribs, of course, and I put them in there and I let them steam out for like 2-3 hours at least. The more you let it steam out, the more tender, the more moist it's going to be. And you're going to see the meat moving away from the bone, drawing away from the bone. And if you try to pick it up with tongs, it'll fall apart. But it's so moist, it's so tender, you're going to be saying, wow. And you're going to be doing it from here to the time you finally leave this earth. And your children and all your people, all your friends, just going to love it when you do it. So try that. And let's see what happens. I hope this thing ain't too long. I better get it on one of these media things. I'm going to stop it right now. You guys have a wonderful and blessed day. And everybody be healthy and stay well. And please wear your mask. Because this coronavirus is for real. It will kill you. It makes holes in your lungs. And those holes, in some cases, are not repairable. And you die suffocating in your own bodily fluids. And that's why you hear people talking, I can't breathe, because they're suffocating. It's like somebody's drowning you real, real slowly. And it's a horrible, horrible death. It's not no joke. I don't care what age you are. If you're 67, you're 5, you're 3, you're 2, it don't matter. It will kill you. It will destroy your lungs. If your lungs are destroyed, I don't care what age you are, you will die. In most cases, if you don't treat it, untreated, they say you die within 56 days. If you treat it, you get a little bit longer sometimes. Now, they're working on the vaccine. They're experimenting with like 3,500 volunteers so far. And hopefully in the future, we see that results of that, the sacrifices that all those 3,500 people are making. And it's good they got that, I can't even say the word, reservoir or deservoir, some kind of medicine they use by people who actually got the COVID virus. And they're surviving, they're coming out of the COVID virus a little bit better. But still, their lungs are damaged for the rest of their lives. And they're not going to be breathing like they used to. They're gonna have like some kind of symptoms for the rest of their life, but they survive. But it's a very horrible, horrible thing. And then a lot of people don't, and they die, of course. So take care of yourself, be well, everybody, and eat healthy, and live long and prosper, as they say in the Star Trek movies. Have a good day. Hope to talk. I'll be talking to you in the future. Take care.